Okay, so once again, good morning everyone. Okay, so to discuss about the advanced system design and implementation, specifically the topic about design patterns, please let us all welcome Madam Jonah Refran. Okay, go ahead, Madam.
Thank you, Doc. So good morning, Doc Mello. Good morning, classmates. I'll be reporting design patterns in advanced system design and implementation. So this is the outline of my report. I'll be covering overview, usage of design patterns, types of design patterns, and references. So what are the design patterns? Design patterns represent the best practices used by experienced object-oriented software developers. They are solutions to general problems that software developers face during software development. There are class combinations and accompanying algorithms that fulfill common design purposes. Descriptions of communicating objects and classes that are customized to solve a general design problem in a particular context. So to make it short, design patterns are typical solutions to commonly occurring problems in software design. They are like pre-made blueprints that you can customize to solve a recurring design problem in your code. In software engineering, a design pattern is a general reusable solution to a commonly occurring problem in software design. A design pattern is not a finished design that can be transformed directly into code. It is a description or template for how to solve a problem that can be used in many different situations. So design patterns are meant for common problem solving. So whenever there is a need, you have to implement a suitable pattern to avoid such problems in the future. So here's how design pattern concept was initiated in software development. So in 1994, four authors, Erich Gamma, Richard Helm, Ralph Johnson, and John Sides published a book titled Design Patterns, Elements of Reusable Object-Oriented Software, which initiated the concept of design pattern in software development. These authors are collectively known as Gang of Four or GOF. According to these authors, design patterns are primarily based on the following principles of object-oriented design. Program to an interface, not an implementation, and favor object composition over inheritance. Design patterns have two main usages in software development. One is common platform for developers. Design patterns provide a standard terminology and are specific to particular scenario. And then the other one is best practices. Design patterns have been evolved over a long period of time, and they provide best solutions to certain problems faced during software development. Learning these patterns helps unexperienced developers to learn software design in an easy and faster way. So as per design patterns, elements of reusable object-oriented software, there are 23 design patterns which can be classified in three categories: creational, structural, and behavioral patterns. First is the creational patterns. These design patterns provide a way to create objects while hiding the creation logic rather than instantiating objects directly using new operator. This gives program more flexibility in deciding which objects need to be created for a given use case. Creational patterns provide various object creation mechanisms which increase flexibility and the use of existing code. So there are different types of creational design patterns. One is factory pattern. There are most used design pattern and provides one of the best ways to create an object. It provides an interface for creating objects in a superclass but allows subclasses to alter the type of objects that will be created. Another type is abstract factory. This is a design pattern called as factory of factories. It is a design pattern that allows for the creation of objects without specifying the type of object that is to be created in code. So another one is builder pattern. This builds a complex object using simple objects and step-by-step approach. Builder class builds the final object step by step, and this builder is independent of other objects. Another one is singleton pattern. It is one of the simplest design pattern. It involves a single class which is responsible to create an object while making sure that only single object gets created. Then prototype pattern. This is used to create duplicate object while keeping performance in mind. It involves implementing a prototype interface which tells to create a clone of the current object. It is used when creation of object directly is costly. So another type of design pattern is structural patterns. These design patterns are about organizing different classes and objects to form larger structures and provide new functionality. So there are different types of structural design patterns. One is adapter pattern. It works as a bridge between two incompatible interfaces. This pattern combines the capability of two independent interfaces. And also this pattern involves a single class which is responsible to join functionalities of independent or incompatible interfaces. Another one is bridge. This is used when we need to decouple an abstraction from its implementation so that the two can vary independently. This pattern involves an interface which acts as a bridge, which makes the functionality of concrete classes independent from interface implementer classes. Next one is composite pattern. This is used to treat a group of objects in similar way as a single object. It composes objects in terms of a tree structure to represent part as well as a whole hierarchy. This pattern creates a tree structure of group of objects. Decorator pattern, it allows a user to add new functionality to an existing object without altering its structure. This pattern acts as a wrapper to existing class. This pattern also creates a decorator class which wraps the original class and provides additional functionality, keeping class method signature intact. Packet pattern, it hides the complexities of the system and provides an interface to the client using which the client can access the system. This pattern involves a single class which provides simplified methods required by client and delegates calls to methods of existing system classes. Another type of structural design pattern is flyweight pattern. This is primarily used to reduce the number of objects created and to decrease memory footprint and increase performance. This pattern tries to reuse already existing similar kind of objects by storing them and creates new object when no matching object is found. Proxy pattern, in this pattern, class represents functionality of another class. This creates object having original object to interface its functionality to outer world. Another type of design pattern is behavioral design pattern. These are about identifying common communication patterns between objects and realize these patterns. There are different types of behavioral design patterns. First is the chain of responsibility pattern. It creates a chain of receiver objects for a request. In this pattern, normally each receiver contains reference to another receiver. If one object cannot handle the request, then it passes the same to the next receiver and so on. Common pattern is a data-driven design pattern where a request is wrapped under an object as command and passed to invoker object. Invoker object looks for the appropriate object which can handle this command and passes the command to the corresponding object which executes the command. Another type is iterator pattern, a very commonly used design pattern in Java and .NET programming environment. This pattern is used to get a way to access the elements of a collection object in a sequential manner without any need to know its underlying representation. Another one is mediator pattern. It is used to reduce communication complexity between multiple objects or classes. This pattern provides a mediator class which normally handles all the communications between different classes and supports easy maintenance of the code by loose coupling. Then memento pattern. This is used to restore state of an object to a previous state. And then the other one is observer pattern. It is used when there is one-to-many relationship between objects, such as if one object is modified, its dependent objects are to be notified automatically. Then state pattern. In state pattern, a class behavior changes based on its state. And the strategy pattern, it is a class behavior or its algorithm can be changed at runtime. Then temple method pattern. In template pattern, an abstract class exposes defined ways, templates to execute its methods. And last, visitor pattern. In visitor pattern, visitor class is used which changes the executing algorithm of an element class. So these are my references of my report, and this ends my presentation. Thank you.